Good afternoon, guys. My name is Latoya with Mr. Crystal Tarot. As you can see, I'm showing my face right now. I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been posting YouTube videos for a while because I've been busy and with life and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a collective reading. I'm going to first start out with an oracle card. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Joy. I think it's pronounced Asaya, and this card is joy. You look for what it says in the guidebook. It says, your happiness matters. Joy is sacred. Your laughter waters the earth. You deserve to be happy. It is safe for you to feel good. Allow yourself to feel joy with no limits. This is self-love. Your happiness doesn't need to look like anyone else's. If you can't imagine it, you won't be able to live it. Giggle therapy break. Close your eyes and see yourself joy-filled. Now laugh with your mouth and your eyes wide open. Try it to release feel-good endorphins. I'm going to get into the tarot. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? What messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? What messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. So someone from your past or someone from your childhood will be returning back to you with an offer after a period of separation. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? What other messages do you have for the collective? This person has been thinking about you a lot. The Four of Swords came out, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. The person is possibly in a fire sign with Aries, that is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Or they could have that in their chart. This person, you seem to be on this person's mind a lot. And what they do is they try to occupy their thoughts by getting deep into their work or trying to distract themselves with work. It's also possible that they could be working on themselves to control their, what is the word? To control their reckless behavior. Looking deep within to control their reckless behavior. This is possibly the reason why you two are separated. Maybe they got into an argument with you. It's possibly why you two separated from each other, but it's only for a period of time. This person has been working a lot on themselves. Let's see what other messages we could get on this. The Ten of Swords, Page of Wands, and the World. The Ten of Swords, Page of Wands, and the World. I feel with this energy that there was an ending. There's going to be a new beginning because that's what the Ten of Swords stands for. Page of Wands stands for also a new beginning and taking a different path in life. It's also a fire sign. It also could be a fire sign. And then there's the World. I feel like this person possibly wants to have a new, like I said before, a new start with the relationship. And is open to compromise with you, is what I'm getting. Over whatever the situation is. Open to listen to you. And what you have to say about what went on. What other messages do you have for this? For the collective? Knight of Swords, this person is gaining clarity. They're also releasing burdens out of their life. Or they could be carrying burdens in their life. Knight of Cups. So they're feeling very emotional about what went down between you, the argument or fight or whatever it was. And Knight of Swords came out again. They're having a moment of clarity on themselves, on their actions, and what they need to do to fix this situation, to fix themselves. What other messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective? What other messages do you have for the collective? What other messages do you have for the collective? What other messages do you have for the collective? You two may have you two might be soulmates to each other. Best friends in a very deep bond. So the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Wands came out. Like I said before, you two could be soulmates. Soulmates don't necessarily have to mean, soulmates don't necessarily have to mean like a boyfriend and girlfriend, or like a married couple, or a partnership with each other. It could just mean friends. And you two have a close bond. I think this is what they're reminiscing about. I'm not going to take those. Okay. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective? What other messages do you have for the collective? I think this is going to be the last pull that I do. What other messages do you have for the collective? What other messages do you have for the collective? What other messages do you have for the collective?